What's up everyone? Welcome back to my vlog. Come on. Say hi to Chloe. No? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video that is not going to be travel related, and that's because I can't afford to travel all the time. But this is kind of fun, doing videos and talking to a camera that doesn't talk back. It's really fun. I mean, it's good for my self-esteem. I woke up this morning and I felt a little bit inspired, and I thought I would actually vlog about it. So a couple of weeks ago, we had our company meeting, and he gave all the employees this book. And you can't tell what it says. It says, "Where will you be 5 years from today?" So I've been wanting to start working on it, and I thought that I would go over a little bit with you guys because I've been wanting to buy it for a while now, and I hadn't. So I thought that this was a sign and that it would be good for you guys to have an idea of what's in here, so maybe you guys can check it out. Honestly, I'm gonna be doing this and trying it out and seeing if it makes me feel more productive, if I feel like I'm closer to achieving my goals, if I feel a little bit more inspired. So this video is basically gonna be about goals, setting them, and sticking to them, and little tools that I think can be useful to actually staying inspired and staying kind of on the right mindset to get to these things that we all wanna do but don't really focus our energy on. So the first thing that we're gonna be doing is this book, and obviously I'm not gonna go through the entire book. I'm just gonna focus on bits and pieces that I think are really cool and that are definitely worth thinking about and considering. Even if you don't buy the book, I think most of us have goals that we want to achieve, or maybe a kind of lifestyle that we want to have, but we don't really know what it is. So this kind of like breaks it down in a sense and kind of gives you, organizes your thoughts so you can get to that point that you want to be. And again, I'm going to be doing this for the first time ever. And then I'll be giving you feedback based, as time goes. And yeah, so let's get started. The book has a lot of little quotes and little things that make you question what time is, and then moves on to like this page that talks about what your values in life are. In that page, it goes to talk about like a couple of questions that you need to answer. Then you move on to the following page, which talks about you selecting what your top 5 values are. And I think throughout my life, I've given this some thought, but to actually put it down in paper does change things a little bit. Family and friendship is definitely important to me, and that I do have to dedicate more time to it and trying to build like my life around them as well. Just because when I don't spend time with my family or with my friends, I do feel like there's something missing. And then I move on to creative freedom, and I think that's what I'm searching for in my life's purpose in a sense. Specifically when it comes to like what I do for my job or what I do for my hobbies and what I spend my time doing, because I know so many people that want to do so many things in life and they're just scared of what other people are going to say, and they're basically stopping themselves, and that's not how I want to be. And sometimes you do stay stuck in that, but we shouldn't. So I do, in my life, one of my values is to break free from that and just be creative and have the freedom to do so in whatever way I please. Following one would be definitely adventure, and seeking adventure in different aspects of life, focusing on doing travel that tests you and keeps you active and lets you do things that you're not accustomed to. And I think with this one, I do have to try to incorporate a little bit more to my daily life, and not just vacation or when I go out, but just find adventure in the simple things. And then the next one I would say would be love. And the reason for that one is it's not just relationship love, it's self-love, it's love of each other, love of your job, love of your life in general. And I think that's essential, and happiness falls into that. And then the last one is the one that you're always, I'm kind of iffy about even saying out loud, just because there is judgment when people want to make more money or have, in a prettier way, just economic freedom. Just being able to do as I please, to take guitar classes and piano classes and, cooking classes and whatever I want to better myself, because I do feel like there's so much to see, there's so much to learn, that having that economic freedom does make a huge difference. And I would want my life to have a little bit more of that. The following page starts with, if you don't have a dream, how can you have a dream come true? And then it just kind of gives you the idea that, like that quote says, if you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there, or how will you know when you are there? And I think this makes you kind of question, what is it that we truly want? Where do we see ourselves? What is the perfect life? Like, if we could literally write it out, what would it be? This page was the one that first caught my attention when I looked at the book, and it's something so simple. It's list the 5 people who can help you achieve your dreams and goals. And it's crazy because you don't really give that much thought about who are your biggest supporters, who inspire you the most, who make you the happiest, who can really help you get to where you want to be and push you. This one's really important because I think who you surround yourself with, it says a lot about where you'll be, even if you don't want it to be that way. But again, like, this page just makes you think, like, okay, I need to be with people that lift me up, don't bring me down, that make me see things in different perspectives and that better me. So this page, I think, is probably one of the most important ones. Like, I'm literally gonna start a club with all these 5 people and just, make them come to my house and spend time with me so we can all kind of help each other grow. The Do It Now page. This page is incredible because how many times do we say, oh, one day I'm gonna do this, someday I'm gonna do that. So this page just kind of tells you, like, okay, what have you been procrastinating on? And what can you do about it this week? I like this page. This page talks about like different wonders that you would want to see throughout your life. And some of these things I had never even heard about, but I will look into them. I've done a couple of things on here, but not anything remote to all of it. So definitely going to be adding a couple of these to my life to my bucket list, just because this is my one life and I need to see as much as I possibly can. Alright, so I did a little bit of the book. I didn't do all of it, I didn't share all of it. I definitely think that the book is extremely beneficial, but I definitely think it makes you feel like you can do great things, and I think that's really important. But after doing the book, I do have a couple of other suggestions of little things that you can do to kind of stick to the little things that you wrote down in the book, as well as little goals that you have and like little things that you can do to actually stay on track. Another tool that I definitely recommend getting is a whiteboard calendar where you can write the name of the month every single month and just reuse it. So what this calendar will do is that it will set your priorities for that day. So write the one thing, just one thing that you want to make sure that you get done on this day, and then all your emphasis, like every time you look at the calendar, you'll know, and it'll serve as a reminder that this has to get done. And even if you don't do it the day that it's intended to be done, you can do it within the week or within the month, and this calendar will help you do that. Alright, so the calendar is officially done. Just having it as a frame of reference, I think it's going to be really good. One more thing that I definitely recommend getting is a standard whiteboard. This one, for example, we already have, so I'm not going to go ahead and get another one. But this one focuses on like the little things that you have to get done that are tedious, but you have to do or you have to buy. So for example, I do a things to buy for the house in general, then a things to do for my life, my personal life. And then I have like a grocery list, which I can look at right before, going to do my groceries or whatever the case is. Another bad boy that I recommend having is a big bucket list. This one, for example, has things that I want to do, that Hanser wants to do, but we just have one together, and then we have one that's separate. Some things on here are for both of us, some things are for one over the other, whatever. This one I made myself, which was really easy. If not, you can buy a board, any kind of board, and just do it. This one is just for the reminders of the big things you don't want to lose track of. So one of the last tools that you will need to stay productive and stick to your goals is this bad boy. So this take note, and the provider is At a Glance. So link is down below. It is a great notebook just because it has like a little to-do list on the side, and then you can just have it like different notes separately. Anyway, so I have a calendar with things that I want to do weekly that I really want to focus on. Then I have a to-do list and a to-buy list for my personal life. Then I have my big bucket list. I need to add more things on there, by the way. And then I have my work to-do list, because if I don't have this, I'm gonna forget everything, because I forget everything. So I need to write everything down, and that's why I think all these tools are really good. And one of the last books that I think you guys should definitely check out is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Basically, it focuses on actually prioritizing, which we don't tend to do. So it kind of breaks it down for you. And again, it's just how to prioritize different things in your life. Like, what are the important parts of your life? Like, okay, girlfriend, friend, daughter, mother, sister, whatever the, you know, worker, whatever the case is. And then what you're gonna do towards that portion of your life within the week or within the month or whatever the case is. So this book is definitely gonna help you. It is not a fun read, okay? Like, just looking at the cover, it's kind of boring, but it's really good when it comes to like personal change and becoming better and sticking to your goals and setting your goals and just making sure that you're working towards the things that are actually important and not just like the mundane, like day-to-day stuff. All of these things in conjunction should actually help us really, like, pretty good to actually reach those goals. So again, just make sure to give them a try and hopefully you like them. And if you have tried any, like if you've read any of these books, if you've done any of these workout things, or if you have any feedback whatsoever as to kind of what's helped you stick to those goals or to actually stay relevant and make sure that you're, you know, pursuing those things that matter, please make sure to leave a comment down below so everybody can see it, because we all need all the help we can get, right? So again, thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you guys soon.